Let us begin.
Put your hand.
And we're back to the Juxtaposition Studios. The gang is back together.
Yeah. We are back together. Last week we were not here. Sadly.
We didn't start yet. Welcome back, folks. And this is episode 9. And I'm with my gang. I'm back with them, And I'm with
Bernice.
For the people that don't know.
And Janet.
Yeah. So, guys, if you listen to this is Monday. And we shoot on Fridays. So we're back to another lockdown.
This is how they do it. Back with another bang.
Grand opening, grand closing. Just for 1 week, I was at the gym working. And it's like, boop. So, okay.
What does the gym have to do with this?
No, because I worked at the gym for 1 week.
I was like, where is he going with this? I
worked at the gym for 1 week.
Oh, yeah, lockdown.
She been working for a long time, so she got the Maracades. But
York region needs to shut down immediately. I repeat, York region, shut down immediately.
Effective now.
Because all them Torontonians were coming to York. We're coming to York region.
You need to leave us alone.
We're going to go to your restaurants. We're going to go to your malls.
I don't understand. Everywhere. I really don't understand.
We're going to bring the Rona over there. The party just moved.
Literally, they just moved next door or moved upwards.
You're damn right.
Just everybody stay home, please, because it's not good. If everybody wants to spend time with your family, well, listen, stay home now so you can spend time with your family later.
Yeah.
Staying at home saves lives. But,
it saves lives, it keeps you safe, your family safe, and all that good
Essential
stuff.
things only.
Groceries. That's what he's saying. Groceries.
Yes.
The gym, you can be without. Work out at home. Run.
You can.
Buy weights. There's plenty of Fitness Depot.
Gym at home.
Or is it Depot or Depot?
Depot, or people call it Depot too.
Home
Tomato, potato.
No, Home Depot, so Fitness Depot. Not Depot. Come on.
It's spelled the same
way.
It's spelled the same way.
You know I said neck. Depot? Depot. Are you serious?
Remember back in the day when people used to neck people like this? Oh, yeah. Oh my gosh, the funniest thing ever, but I know Nana doesn't like that.
My neck is sensitive. Do not slap me on my neck.
I know, he
don't
gets
play
really
with that stuff.
mad when people do that. I think I did that a couple times. He's like, what are you doing?
Yeah, I just look like, don't do that.
So it was just an example.
Anyways, let's collect ourselves. So today we're going to be talking about...
Wait. Sorry.
Okay. See, he always interrupts me, but I let him.
Sorry.
The grace of the Lord. Let me just...
For those that didn't watch our back catalog... we have a lot of great episodes out there. So all the newcomers, this might be a great episode right here. No, it will be a great episode, but we have other great episodes like Put It On My Head, Insecurities. What else? What we just did.
Boys to
Men, Yeah, so if you want to go get some great... You don't have to start from like right now. You can just watch it from behind. So whatever you prefer, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or YouTube. Get us to 100 subscribers.
Yes, we're at 80.
Well, I'm trying to get the 50 cents, bro.
Hey.
I'm trying to get 50 cents a week. What is it, 50 cents?
We don't,
if I get 100 subscribers?
No. YouTube is hard. I ain't gonna lie.
It's really hard, but I mean, like, if you guys continue to support us, hopefully we can bring out this content. And please so the algorithm and stuff like that. But so more people can see it.
Yeah.
But
sorry. I'm looking out for the mandem.
Sorry.
But yeah.
Lipstick's on my
Sorry, you
my
can
teeth.
continue. I'm sorry.
Continue? Okay.
Yeah.
So today's topic is being unequally yoked. This has been in I think more it's been in the Christian community, would you say? Like, everyone knows being unequally yoked. Mm-hmm. But
the term
being unequally yoked. But most people don't really know what unequally yoked means. So, our fellow co-host is going to explain.
We're in class today, guys. So, guys...
Listen up, guys. Listen up. We got to define the words. So we know what we're actually talking about.
So if you're going to take out your notebooks and your pencils to take down the definition, unequally yoked, a team. Well, this one is one, but a team has one stronger ox and one weaker, or one taller and one shorter. So unequally yoked is when back in the day, for farmers or whoever it is, when they're moving stuff, they would use ox or a bull or whatever, those strong animals, and so they had this thing over their necks, and it's I think it's called a yoke. That's what it was called.
It's a yoke.
The thing was it's called a yoke, and so if you had a ox that was stronger and then on the other side another ox that was weaker, it's not going to be balanced. And so one of them is going to, and it won't allow it to be efficient because one side is working really, really hard and they're dragging the younger or the weaker one, and so the work wouldn't be done efficiently. So that's what it means by unequally yoked, where one person is carrying more weight than the other. So that's in that term, and that's the basic of what it means.
So I'm going to go into what does unequally yoke. I mean, we can see that we're going to go into the Christian perspective and what like it actually means in that context. But what does unequally yoke mean in society in general? Like just
do even people care?
No, but I mean like
I don't
being
think
not
they
matched
care.
up.
No, I really think they don't care. I honestly think people don't care whether they're unequally yoked, whether they're the same, whether they're not the same.
They just want to think about it.
They don't think about it. So they just think about what will satisfy me if they look good together, if we're compatible.
So what does compatible mean?
Compatible is like literally you like the same things, you talk similarly, or you dress similarly, like,
or you're going through the same seasons.
You're going through the same things, like you've experienced the same thing, so you're just like, well, we're compatible. He understands or she understands what I'm going through, and that's why we're together. And so that's why I think a lot of times people don't care about unequally yoked or equally yoked.
They tend to stick or stay with the bull crap. Like they don't like to, you know,
exactly, because they're not thinking, well, I'm carrying.
They'll get used to it. Or that's just him. That's how he acts.
Yeah,
or that's how she acts.
It's just a dysfunctional thing. It's like that's normal for them, and so it's like in our eyes, the way we see it from a Christian perspective is like that's not balanced. Like you're carrying all of the weight, or you're putting more of the weight on him or her, or vice versa, whatever it is. So, but yeah.
Well, from my perspective, I would say the same thing, but like I think that's what they would determine as. I mean, for us, for me, I would determine that as being unequally yoked. In a sense, like some people marry a rich person, or some people marry a poor person, or a person who has status or a car or something, but they don't have a car. That like is what I'm talking about being unequally yoked.
I guess you're talking about material wise.
You can look at it at different,
multiple angles, and so I think that's what society looks at as unequally yoked. Whether if you come from a poor family, you can't marry somebody from a rich family. If you come from somebody who's middle class, you have to stay middle class, like, you know, or you come somebody from a family of educated people, you don't want to marry somebody who's never gone to school. You know what I mean? Or if anything, also with culture, like ethnicities too, like you can't marry somebody who is not African because they won't understand. And in that term, there's just like, that's not balanced. You know what I mean? Or, you know, so that in a sense, I get what you mean by unequally yoked cultural view. So,
do you have anything else to say?
No.
Okay, so we're going to go into the Christian perspective. So what does that mean for you?
So for the Christian perspective, unequally yoked for me, sorry, I'm tongue twisting everything. Where one is, their faith is like at a higher point, and then the next person is kind of low. Whereas, you know, some people try to, they talk to the girl that's Sunday Christian, and then like they try to push that person more to Christ, and that's bad. I just think that's bad. If you're trying to pursue someone and they're not, at least like they're closer to you, I think you should just be friends with that person first. Whereas be in a relationship and then try to push that person, and then you're exerting so much energy onto try to better this person, but you're forgetting about yourself and your own needs, right? So it can be tricky and it can be draining for a lot of people trying to push that person to get closer to Christ. But you cannot change someone. Only God can change someone, right? So stop doing that.
I was going to bank off that idea of basically that what you're describing is called missionary dating. If you don't know what missionary dating is, he basically just explained it. It's taking either you're totally on the far left unbeliever and you're trying to grab it up and have a non-believer, and you guys are trying to mesh together, and basically the person who is a believer is trying to drag you along and be like, oh,
come on, let's do
church.
it.
Let's do this, you know? So do you think that missionary dating is a good idea?
No.
Nope.
Jesus didn't do no missionary.
And why?
Jesus did not pull, see, the beautiful thing is Jesus never forced anybody to do anything. He gave them a choice. He's like, come follow me. It's either yes, I'll follow you, or no, I'll follow you. And so when people try to force people to, in a sense, tag along with what they're doing, it doesn't make it any easier. You're actually making it more difficult for yourself at the end of the day, because when they do things, they're not doing it out of their heart. They're doing it because you're telling them to do it.
Yeah.
And so it becomes, now you have
a chore.
Yeah. And so you now have expectations of what they should be doing. And so when they don't reach the expectation, you're just like, why are you not listening?
So basically each time, I would say it's basically each time you're getting disappointed because you have an expectation of them, and you will always be disappointed.
Yes. And so, and the thing is, when that happens, a lot of times people fall off their faith, because it's like, listen, I'm doing the work. Like,
and
I'm
then
making disciples.
You conform to them.
It's either you conform to them, or you just stop doing things out of like a desire. You're just doing it now because it's like, I think, actually, let me take that back. I think when people try to pull people to Christ, in a sense, they're like kind of forcing them to do it. It's more so of a selfish desire than a need for them to actually transform their lives.
You're doing it for you.
Because I feel it's more so, it stems from an insecurity than a need for, like, I need you to come to Christ because you know this is what happens when you come to Christ.
Yeah, you're trying to lead them to Christ. You're trying to be a disciple. So
yeah, but I think you're trying to prove something. It's more so you're trying to prove to the world, like, I'm a Christian. Look, I transformed their whole entire life. This is what happens if you follow me.
You treat them like a passion project.
Yeah, and then you become like the Jesus. It's not, you're no longer directing them to God. It's more so like, oh, so that's the person that changed your life. I want to follow them.
Yeah.
You know, it's no longer like, let me follow.
Become an idol. Wow.
Yes, and then you become the idol.
It's like you're literally not even pointing them to Christ. You're pointing them to
yourself.
Like,
yeah.
Oh yeah, you know what? And this is what you should do. And this
yes.
But we're not explaining why and who is the founder.
Yes, and
of,
why? Yeah, exactly. And why is it so important? It's crazy when you think about it, but it's true. And a lot of times, people don't think about it like that. We're not supposed to idolize ourselves.
Speaking from experience, I've been in that position where
go ahead and give your
I was the one that was the Christian, and I was dating the non-Christian, but I kind of justified it as, oh, she came from a Catholic, you know, we go to Catholic school, you know, family's Catholic, you know, go to church Easter Sundays and Christmas, you know, 3 times a year, and then I would try to send her Bible quotes every day, or
Hey, you even did Bible quotes. Did you even believe in those Bible quotes that you're sending?
I didn't at the time. I didn't. And then, you know, she would have a swearing problem, and you know, I'm here trying to say, yo, stop swearing, stop doing that, and then she would, but you know, when she's not, it's for me, but when I'm not there, she's swearing, right? So, you know, I kind of justified it as, like, I'm trying to help someone, like, you know, I'm helping someone, God, like, you know, I'm trying to add someone to the roster, but it didn't work, and at the time I didn't know why it didn't work. I was mad at God, but now looking back at it, God, basically that denying of it was like God's protection for me, you know.
God's protection is God's rejection is God's protection.
Yes.
I was gonna say something too, like, when you said, like, God, look, I'm doing something good, like, I'm trying to bring, it's like now you're trying to earn God's like approval
or his love,
is like, because God, this is what you told us to do, make disciples and share the good news, and like, I'm trying and evangelize and stuff like that, and it's like now you're trying to earn his love. It's like, no, that's not.
But at a certain age, you know what you're doing.
What do you mean?
Like, I feel like at a certain age you should know, like, okay, what I'm doing is kind of wrong.
No,
but
in a sense of what? Like, how? I don't understand.
I know I shouldn't be in a relationship with this person. Like, I know. Well, I'm just speaking for
you, but some people actually
they don't know. Yeah, you're right. No, for real, it's
literally
very common.
I don't know, Transformation Church as being like, you can be a 68-year-old girl, not like still. As old as you are, as mature as you are, you can still have the mindset of a girl.
There's a lot of that in our church.
They haven't even grown.
Yeah.
Sorry, not just shit, but There's a lot of that, you know. Every year you see someone new. Hey, this is so and so, and it's like it's not your project. It's not. No, they're not a Build-A-Bear person. You can just you're sweet.
Together.
Okay, let me bring you to church, and then we sit down. We have conversations. We have meetings, and so you can kind of let me bring you to Christ. But that person is not willing. Like genuinely willing to learn more or wanna know about Christ. They're doing it for you. They want to love you. They want to love you more.
Some people know that, but some people just choose not to even like.
Yeah, they don't care.
They're not doing it for me.
They justify. There's a lot of justification.
Yeah,
but I think you have to put that in there.
No pun intended.
I was gonna say I think sometimes when you start off with somebody who's doesn't have as much faith in the beginning of their journey, they will begin to do things because they see you as a role model. So it's not a bad thing, but as the person who they're looking at, you have to direct them to the ultimate source, which is God. If you see they're doing things because of you, you have to remind them, no, don't do it because of me. I'm gonna fall. Listen, I'm gonna fail you completely. Don't have that expectation that I'm always gonna be perfect, that I'm always gonna be there for you all the time.
That's basically seeing pastors as the God or the idol. Oh my gosh, if he does, he fell?
Yeah.
I can't believe that. It's no, he's human. You know that. He's just a vessel of God. He's not perfect. And it's hard for many people to even see that, which is I mean, even me, sometimes I would say, oh my gosh, the pastor did that.
Yeah.
And I'm just no.
He's human, just like us.
Yeah. And so, many times when people come into relationships and they do have, they do believe, but it's not as strong.
Yeah.
You just have to remind them, it's not me. I'm not Jesus. I'm not Jesus. I'm just a vessel. I'm learning just as much as you're learning. So every time you do something, make sure it's not for me, but it's for Jesus.
Yeah, you can say that, but it gets hard.
But you have to remind them. That's the thing.
Very hard.
Because if you don't remind them, they'll begin to.
Why put ourselves in that situation?
No, but
why we just be friends?
No, but you sometimes there's times where you need to break up, and other times you don't need to break up. Mm-hmm. I don't think every time that you're in an unequally yoked relationship, you need to break up.
What do you mean, just separate?
I think you should slow things down. Exactly. So slow things down and begin to put boundaries and things like that, because you can fall into many things. Mm-hmm. If you're a Christian who loves the Lord, and then you have a friend, you have your next person over here, significant other, who's doing nonsense and watching all these shows and listening to these type of music, and you're not really saying anything, you're trapping yourself.
But how do you get to that point where you give someone like that a chance?
I think you have to have a conversation.
No, but I'm saying the pursuance.
It could be
in your mind, aren't you saying, yo, all right, this.
It could be they're a good guy. They're a really good guy. They have a good personality. They treat me right. And then even as a Christian,
I see potential.
Yeah, you see. Oh yeah, he can probably be good. But as you kind of sometimes you suppress your beliefs too, and you're that doesn't matter really anymore. And then all of your morals and values just go out the window because he's okay. He's.
But some people they honestly do it because of their spouse. I'm telling you, they don't want to admit it though, but they do it because of their spouse, and that is so tricky because I'm not doing it for them. I'm doing it for me, but you're doing it, you're motivated.
So
and you have to pray about it. You have to go to God and be like, God, show me, my intentions are to really get to know you. As long as you you can analyze that and pray about it and be aware of it.
Yeah.
Then that's a good step.
Yeah.
But if you're not aware and I'm going to Bible study, I'm doing all this with my boyfriend or girlfriend, nah, I don't think it's gonna work.
So go ahead, finish.
Okay, I was just gonna ask a question. I was gonna say, so because you talked about spouse, and I was thinking, so if you were in a relationship, right? You guys were both unsaved, didn't know the Lord.
Oh, it's a good question.
And then you end up getting married, and then throughout the marriage, one of you gets saved, and the other one is not saved. Mm-hmm. That's an unequally yoked relationship right there.
Yeah.
Not from the get-go, because from the get-go, we both we're unbelievers. and now you're in a relationship where one of you is a believer and believes in God, and the other one is like, I'm good where I'm at.
Now we're doing missionary marriage.
What happens then? If you guys were in that position, what would you do?
I mean, I think you give someone time.
Give them a little bit of space.
And check the temperature if you're willing to, be a Christian. But
so how much time?
I'm about to tell you.
Oh, okay.
It depends on how much time you're gonna. I don't know how much time you're gonna give the person.
For you,
I don't know how much time. It's only God knows. But
no, you should have a time. You can't say only God knows, because God is not gonna just give you one time in your head to be like, oh yeah, 6 months. You have to have a time in your mind. I'm not saying right now, but I'm just saying if you were in that position, how long would you wait to understand if, okay, I know this person is not gonna move forward.
It can be more than a year. I would just say that.
I would say like half a year.
I would
6 months?
I would have to be really convicted for me to throw that marriage away.
That's what I would say. I said 6 months.
And then it's hard. It's hard if you have kids.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and right. You have to, there's so many factors that play into stuff like that. So it's not just, it's different if it's just you guys are fresh. Or no, not fresh, but you guys are married and a couple months or whatever, a couple years go by, you guys don't have kids. That's different.
But at the same time, they still built a relationship on a foundation.
That's what I was gonna say.
It doesn't matter about the kids. Like, you still built something.
Yeah.
Regardless of the kids being involved, you built a friendship, you built a dating, then you got engaged and did that whole thing. Now it's like, oh, you changed on me. So.
Sorry. But yeah, for myself, I don't.
It's hard to give someone 6 months. I don't know.
I feel like I said to myself, man. I think I'll stick it through, because if I
forever,
I'll stick it through. I don't know about forever, but I wouldn't say a year. I'm gonna be like, yeah, I tap out. I think I'll stick it through, because
you'll be in love with this person. You can't just throw it away.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you can't.
You will be in love with them, and the thing is, you can tell whether, and you have to just pray about that one. That one is not one that you can just make
I would say like pray and give time, but also like let me take it back, not take it back, but like 6 months in a sense, like I've seen something like change.
There's
like,
something in them.
There's something that in them that are moving.
But the person's gonna have to be willing to try.
Exactly.
And
like,
do practical
but if there's
steps.
Like nothing happening within that 6 months, it means that you're not
moving,
doing anything, or you're not. Like that conversation that we had, it just doesn't. You just threw out the window. It doesn't matter to you. So if it doesn't matter to you, then.
Yeah.
How can this relationship move forward?
Yeah.
So I was gonna move on to do you think this can be this unequally yoked can be in friendships as well?
Definitely.
Yeah, well, not from a Christian standpoint, I'm gonna go culture, I guess, or just regular. I tend to find where I'm giving more in a relationship, in a friendship. I'm calling the person more, trying to, you want to come out, and then
That's
I'm
what
giving.
You define as unequally yoked.
Well, can't that count though? In a friendship?
I don't think so. I think that's different from being equally yoked. I feel like unequally yoked is more as in like the friendship, like they're in the club and you're
I got you. I got you. And so you're saying, can it work?
Yeah.
Well, from the past, it just burns out. It fizzles out.
It does.
All the time.
It does. No, it really does.
And it's sad. You see
even
potential in this person, because this person has flashes and signs of like, oh, this person is a sick Christian, and then when they go quiet, it's boom.
And it's not even like. See, you can
sick
have
friends.
There's.
Sorry, I don't like the term sick Christian. Sorry.
You can have sick in the head, like.
Nah, like sick, like you're sick,
cool. Like you're cool.
Come on, you gotta say some jokes on this podcast.
Anyways, I was gonna say, like, with the unequally yoked friendship, like, I have people in my mind who have unequally yoked friendships, and they're trying to pursue Christ, and then they have their friends on the side who have
you're running this way, and they're kind of like running this way.
Yes.
Sorry, they're trying to pull them in.
Yeah.
Interrupt you. You need to be careful in that one, because when you're
but this one is like, you guys were childhood friends, like raised in school.
We've been through that before.
Through life. You've been through losses, like personal losses, like you've lost somebody and they were there for you.
That's what I'm saying, but you have to be careful in those ones, because
but what do you do? If you are trying to pursue
if you
Christ,
continue to, oh no, this is my friend, but he said going to the club, I'm gonna go to the club with him, but we're still gonna go to church. Like, you have to be careful because if you continue to try,
that's why I said it's hard.
And stay, you're gonna go back further from Christ.
But I think if you
can have boundaries though.
No, so I'm saying you have to create your boundaries so that they understand. Like, listen, I'm not about that lifestyle anymore. So you have to respect me in a sense where don't ask me to go to the club. Don't ask me to be doing all this stuff. No girls. Don't talk about all these nasty stuff. Don't talk about your personal life. I don't want to hear nothing. I
told some friends, don't send me those girls on Instagram.
It's true, and it's my trigger.
Yeah, it used to be normal, but not anymore. No.
And that's the thing. You have to create boundaries. But a lot of times, if you're not strong in your faith and you're strong in your pursuit of Christ, you will definitely be like, I'll conform. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. You know what? I don't want it, but it's okay. Like, I'm not going to be
You go to a party, all men are drinking, all men are smoking.
You think you have so much self-control, but you're literally...
You're going to be a part of it too.
A baby Christian. You think your faith is super strong. And
I'm not going to put myself in those positions, to be honest.
But it's and the thing is, the person I'm thinking about in my head, I see you growing to be something so much greater, and like God really wants to use you, but it's like you have to be able to open your eyes and realize who should be in your circle and who should not be in your circle. And listen, it's going to be painful, but the God who we serve will heal you. Trust me.
And you don't have to have
into your life that will be better.
Yes. You don't have to have 10, 20 friends.
Even the 2 friends that you have,
they'll make a great impact.
They might leave, and it's okay. Trust me, God will bring you 2 stronger ones who will fill that void for you and make it seem like I didn't even lose anybody.
Yeah.
Like, what did I even lose?
I'm speaking for the people. If any high school students are watching, that is mainly for you, or elementary school, because that is the hardest time to find friends. And of course, you want to be in the popular crew. You want to have 20 friends, but those 20 friends, you have like 5 out of those 20 friends.
And out of those 5, maybe 2 of them are your real good
and
friends.
who have your back when you're in trouble or something like that. So guys, pick your friends wisely and make sure like who you're choosing. You're asking them questions. You're getting deeper into your relationship, not the surface level things, guys. Because I know high school sometimes it's just like because you're in proximity, they're your friends. But once you get out of that bubble, it's kind of over.
And like even because you're elementary school, you really don't know how to make great decisions for yourself, so you're gonna fall into those same popular crowds. Get to high school, same thing. You're not fully developed yet. University, get it straight. This is your chance to really determine who is going to be in your life for a long period of time. Like
mostly those high school kids don't. You're not friends after high school.
And it's true. Yeah, most of them you probably won't even see them again. And the reality is like, even in university, the friends that I thought I would have for life, I don't have.
Yo, I remember I used to make. I used to make. We're gonna in elementary school. We're gonna be best friends forever.
I'm telling you. And then I got to university. I would spend time with the same person almost every week, every day. I don't talk to this person, and it has nothing to do with who they are. Yeah. It's just I'm growing, they're growing, and we're going in 2 separate ways, and that's okay.
2 different agendas.
It is okay. Like, you don't want to put yourself in a trap where you're just like, I need friends, so why don't I just...
You feel pity for yourself. Yeah, anyone who you get, you're gonna keep.
Or someone's living in that lifestyle, and you try to spark it back up.
It's not what whoever left you they left you for a reason. Like God said, no, it's time for them to go. Don't hold on to those friendships that don't motivate you, encourage you, like uplift you. Even relationships, don't hold on to those relationships. They're just taking your peace. They're taking your joy. They're taking the life out of you because you're putting so much emphasis and you have this expectation. It's like it's never reaching. Yeah. And it's just like you wake up every morning like, why am I even in this? Yeah. You know what I mean? And you don't want to wake up every morning just thinking like, why?
So I'm gonna go into. We've been talking about it a little bit, but. Back into the dating realm of it, and also, you can put the friendship realm of it. What are the negatives? And in a sense, negatives by dating an unbeliever and kind of like living a Christian life. Like, what are something that's pop up in your head? Like,
you might fall into sexual sin because you're playing. You're playing yourself, dude. You're playing. You might
playing with the fire.
You might go further from God. There's so many things, but those 2 really stick out to me.
I think
a lot.
I think for me, there's. Let me tell you one story because I don't know why this story time around. But there was a point. Oh my gosh, my mom's gonna listen to this. She's gonna be like, "What are you talking about?" But if especially if you're not spiritually mature, you gonna look for whoever you want to look for. Like you're gonna attach yourself to whoever you want to attach yourself to. Yeah. And that was me at one point where I was talking to somebody and I said, "Why?" Looking back, I said, "Why?
Who are you talking to?
Hey, Lord.
Who are you talking to?
Mommy, please forgive me."
Are you saying names?
No, I don't know. I don't even know the person's name anymore.
Oh. That's how you know.
Sorry, hold on.
That's how you know. God,
it's okay.
No.
God doing is deep. You don't even remember it. You can't even recall it anymore. It's not in your memory.
Hold on. Okay. Well.
How old was this person? And how old were you at the time?
Do I know this?
Wait.
It's okay. I'm gonna do like how married are you? You have to block your mic, but you can.
Is that how they did it?
Yeah.
Oh my
Just
gosh.
Just do this. So tell me the name.
I may be young, but I'm ready.
Hold on. I have to get this on camera.
Yo. So how old was he? How old were you?
Sorry, do I know the person?
No, you don't.
You don't know this story.
You don't know the. Do you know the story?
Yes, I do know the story.
I told you this?
Mm-hmm.
So why don't I know?
That's what I'm saying. I don't even understand how she knows and you don't know. Well, anyways, well, this is a time where I wasn't spiritually mature, and so I was talking to somebody who's probably in his 30s.
Yay!
She's a very freaky girl. Yeah. First you get a name, then you get her number, then you get some in the other Hummer. Oh. Yeah.
She's a freak.
Bert. Once again. I may be young, but I'm ready
to give. Oh my gosh. Okay.
What?
Wait. Let me explain. But
how old are you? You didn't say that.
I was going to say that.
My bad.
This was
You're a minor?
This is my first year.
I'm crying.
Go.
I'm saying no, but this was my first year of university, okay? And this was I was probably 18, 19. And the thing is, he was Nigerian too. I said, demonic spirits trying to get to me. Demonic spirits.
Wow.
But honestly, I was not spiritually mature at all. And so whoever came my way, I said, listen, I mean, I didn't even ask if he was, like, if he believed in God. Like, that was great. I was like, yeah, that's good. That's a good step. Like, that's awesome. But
yeah,
it wasn't high on your list.
It wasn't. Yeah. And so if I ever really, because there was no relationship. It was talking, as they say, talking.
How long?
It wasn't that long. Because the thing is, he would ask questions about my virginity and stuff like that. Ooh. And I said, and I would still entertain him. That's the thing. But then, God began to open my eyes and be like, this is not it. He removed scales from my eyes, literally peel back the layers and open my eyes.
No, it was Saul.
Yes, peel back the scales from my eyes. And why are you doing old? Huh? Why are you doing old?
I'm listening.
But yeah, like he would ask questions and he would say things and stuff like that. And so,
where'd you meet this guy?
York University.
Where in York?
It was at the gym.
In the gym.
Why are you saying
Nothing.
In the gym.
But looking back at it, me being spiritually immature allowed me to allow other people who were not spiritually mature to come and infiltrate my mind.
Yeah.
Imagine if I was really, if I didn't have good morals or values and standards for myself or mentors in my mind to remind me, listen, don't fall into that trap, because it could have easily gone to, hey, why don't you come over? Actually, see, let me tell you, it did fall into that, actually, where he said, oh, why don't you come over and, we can, talk to whatever. I said, uncle, we can't do that. We can meet at York. We can come to York University. You know what I mean? You can come to York University. You can have a conversation.
First of all, he's nasty. I know. I'm sorry.
But the whole point is, like, if you're not spiritually mature, you will fall into a trap of being unequally yoked and falling into a trap of, as Nana says, sexual
impurity or
sexual temptation. Or you could do crazy nonsense. Like, it can, maybe what if they're robbers and thieves and they are part of gangs? You don't know what they do, and you fall into that lifestyle because, and that's how some people fall into drug addiction, because, you know, their lifestyle is all about the streets. And it's just like, no, he's such a good guy. Like, he buys me this, he buys me that. He gives me all this stuff, and then you end up 5-10 years later being addicted to drugs on the streets with 3-4 kids by this man who's maybe locked up.
Can I just say this though? Men 30 plus, 28, 27, wait.
Hey.
Please let these young girls fully get their brains.
Yeah, but the thing is, think about it. When you say that, it's you have to understand those men are not. They're not men. Right. They're boys. So their mind is not, oh, I'm a man. Why am I talking to a young girl? Yep. Their mind is, I'm a boy. Let me talk to this young girl.
No, but I was getting there. Stop talking to the young girls.
How can you do
Grow
that?
Up, dude.
You're not growing in yourself.
Dude.
Oh, guy, you're asking for too much from a man who doesn't even know that he's a boy. He's acting like
we're on the same team.
No, but I'm telling you, you're telling people to do something. No, I know, but I'm telling you, you're telling people to do something, and they don't even recognize that they're in it, like they're doing that stuff. Some people really don't understand, like, why, like, am I in my right sense to be talking to any 18-year-olds? I'm in my 30s. Why am I talking to an 18-year-old? That could be my little cousin or my little niece or something like that.
That's even related.
God forbid. But just as I was saying before, unequally yoked relationships can really drag you down. Like, if you're trying to go up, it will drag you down. If you're trying to pursue somebody who literally has absolutely no belief in Jesus, no belief in whatever you believe in, listen, cut. Leave them alone. Pray for them. Listen, don't forget to pray for them, because prayer does change people's lives, but don't fall into it and trap yourself into a relationship for a lifetime.
Don't conform.
Yes.
Stay strong in these streets.
I was also going to say, aside from that, but another one of the things is, like, children or, like, tithing, like, money, like, in the church, like, but, like, children in general, in a sense where, like, some people just feel like, oh, okay, it's just children. We could just rope them into whatever. But, like, do you know how confusing that is for a child to pick what religion they have to be in, or maybe, like, you know, where they have to lie between their parents? They can't literally be. They always have to be in the middle, and they can't. It's like, you want to be together in a sense so that
I was just confused for a second. I said, what were you talking about?
I knew she was going.
But let me just, for those who are probably going, but you're talking about if you're two different religions and you have children.
Or, I mean, unequally or unbeliever, non-believer.
Yes, unbeliever, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And it's like what Tutu said, to pick your spouse properly, please. But once again, you don't want that. It's even like when their baby mama and baby daddy, you know, they go to one house and then they're being taught all these great things, and then he's going to his dad's house and he's listening to NBA Youngboy, you know, and they're doing gang signs.
That is unequally yoked as well.
Super unequally yoked. Please, we have generations to raise. We cannot go backwards, because you yourself, you were taught backwards. So we need to be forward with our children. We know better. We should know better. Yeah. You know? Yeah. So that's very important, men and women. Okay?
Yes.
All right. So we're going to close it out, but we're going to close it out with, you know, the Bible, and basically just going back to the verse, which it literally blocks it out for y'all. If you want to open the Bible and read it there. So it's Corinthians 6:14. So do not be yoked together with unbelievers. You hear it? Unbelievers. That means in all aspects, friendships, all that. For what do righteous and wicked have in common? Or what fellowship can light have with darkness? Literally. Like, light and darkness don't mix. Yeah. God and Satan don't mix.
Oil and water don't mix.
Oil and water don't mix.
And they never do, ever. No matter
how hard you try. Playing yourself.
So, but yeah.
So, what is your moral of the story?
No, I just said it. Stop playing yourself.
Stop playing yourself, stupid.
okay, you're not stupid.
No,
okay?
you're not stupid. No, I'm just joking. Come on, I'm funny. It's a podcast, you know. I'm funny.
What's your moral of the story? Oh, sorry, gosh.
It doesn't look like.
Okay.
I'm joking. Don't conform, especially like in relationships. Don't worry, God will send you a good one. And if you do see potential in someone, just pick at them slowly, but don't go full force into a relationship. In my opinion, you cannot force someone to be a believer or to be on fire for Christ. Only God can do that, and they can try to pursue. But yeah, you're gonna burn yourself out. You're going to probably neglect the person. There's so many things that can trickle down. You got your own life to live, but you're a disciple of Christ, so you can lead people, but just be careful. That's what I gotta say.
I would say don't missionary date. Don't missionary date.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. Don't do it. It ain't good for you. It ain't good for your spirit. It will be harder in the long run. Harder when you're dating. Harder when you're trying to move on to the relationship, and you guys are on just different stages of life, and you're pulling along. You never want to pull somebody along in a relationship. You want to be equally in the same direction, and not person basically behind you. So yeah, don't missionary date. It's not right, and it's not gonna help you in the future.
And basically, they kind of took everything I said. I mean, I wanted to say. Yeah, and once again, if you are a believer, don't feel pressured to get into a relationship with somebody who's not a believer. Listen, God has somebody out there for you. I think lots of times we think there's a scarcity, like there's not enough people who are Christians who believe, and there's just there's only a number of them. It's like, no, you don't need to settle. You don't need to be unhappy with your choice. Like, you should be happy with your choice, and like,
or second guessing
if
yourself.
they're not there yet, it's okay. Pray for them, okay? But there's definitely somebody out there for you. So don't be pressured to be like, I need to get into a relationship because there's nobody else out there. This is all I see. This is all that's in front of me. Trust me, the world is big.
Or even your friendships.
Yeah, your friendship too. Yeah, there's plenty of people out there that are willing and are also a disciple of Christ who love Jesus just as much as you do. And so listen, look, we're here. I thought I didn't have friends who love Jesus. And look, I have friends who love Jesus. Look at that. So, but why are you laughing? Isn't it true?
It's true.
No, everybody say amen.
Amen.
Thank you. But yeah, honestly, don't feel pressured to fall into that trap of like, there's only a number of men or only a number of women who love Jesus. So whatever is in front of me, that's all I can take. Enjoy the process of following Jesus. Jesus should be your first love anyways, at all times. So once you do that, listen, he'll drop little things in front of you.
Do the rest. Everything will be added onto you.
Yep.
And don't be like Bernice and date R. Kelly.
I didn't date him. Let's clarify. I did not date him. I did not. I entertained him. So don't listen. People out there. I didn't date him. I entertained him.
We understand. It's okay.
I will explain further more maybe in the near future about what happened. But anyways, that's all. Mommy, please forgive me. I didn't do anything. No, don't just listen. I did not do anything.
She's gonna go home. Stay home.
I didn't do anything. Okay. Anyways.
End this off.
Oh, I'm not going to do what Nana does, but thank you guys for watching once again. We appreciate you. We love the support, the feedback. It is amazing. What are you trying to say? Speak it in the mic.
That's all, folks.
No. He keeps saying to us the end, but he knows his line.
Exactly. But I just wanted to say, follow us on Instagram, the Juxtaposition Podcast. Like, subscribe, comment, all of that. Do that. Even right now, before it ends, just click the like button, subscribe.
When you start the video,
do all of it. Do all of it. And also share, please. It's important so that we can get feedback from others. And people can also watch this,
We're trying to thumbs up button, the thumbs up
shine our light out there. So, thank you. And Nana will close it off as he likes to do. So, go ahead.
That's all, folks. Wow. That's the end of episode 9.
Yeah.
We're out.
Bye. Peace. Have a great day.
Love you guys.